Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. Halloween is gone. October is over. I, for one, am a little bit relieved. I was very excited going into October and I have enjoyed the whole entire month. I love the way my journal turned out. I have to say, I feel like there are a few more things I want to do with it, but I did want to do a final flip through and close the month of October. I think most of you remember the charms on the outside, but for those of you who are new, we have a piece of shell, glass bead, some plastic beads, and a glass bottle that has been wax sealed, and it has seeds from the poke plant in it. When I first started this journal, my goal was just to journal every day in the month of October and to make a beautiful Halloween journal, and then something clicked in my mind and I said, I want to know more about Morgan le Fay. So my entire month of October was pretty much focused on learning more about that great sorceress in literature. I hope everybody learned at least something. I did not know a lot about Morgan le Fay. We know that she first showed up in literature in about 1150. She lived on the beautiful island of Apples, which is Avalon. Started out in literature as a great healer, and then her character evolved over time to something a little more evil. I've included a lot of artwork in this journal by all sorts of artists and a group of artists called the Pre-Raphaelites. I've added flowers and trim to almost every page, which was definitely a goal for this journal because it just makes the full finished journals so beautiful. I created a few pages where the art was my original art. I've used a lot of decorations from previous Halloweens and a lot of stickers from the Dollar Tree. I've enjoyed this journal being not only a place to learn about Morgan le Fay, but a place as a sort of repository for everything October that I found and liked. During this month, I was lucky enough to come across some gorgeous inks from Signum Italia. They were brand new in the thrift store, and that has added some beautiful purple ink to some of the pages. Jason and I love to go nature walking, so I do have some pressed flowers that have been put into this journal. There are pieces of napkins collaged in, again, just more stickers, modern cards that have been distressed, images that are dark or creepy that fit into the journal no matter what the subject is. I have this little paper clip that I made, and we will be making some more of those very soon. I have little cards tucked in, part of a chain that was broken that ended up stitched onto this page. Again, more trim, charms, ribbon, tags, stickers. This will definitely be a journal that will be fun to look back on. In October every year, I like to take all of my Halloween junk journals out and put them out where we can enjoy them. This is an image of Edgar Allan Poe that I printed on photo paper, and I also photocopied some old Edgar Allan Poe stamps. There is Halloween fabric in here. Here we are at October 25th, and I think this is around the day that I left off. My own research about Morgan le Fay tapered because of being so busy near the end of the month. I continued to put trim on the pages and beautiful Halloween stickers that I found. Oh my goodness, I received happy mail from Sandra, and she sent me some beautiful napkins a lovely, lovely card from Etsy from an artist who did a rendition of Morgan le Fay, and I will show you that. This is one of the napkins. I had to decoupage that into the book. This is October 29th. This is a little piece of fabric that Sandra sent, and you can see the fox on here. This is the beautiful card that she sent. The artist is Emily Balavet or Balavet. I'm not sure how she pronounces that, but it's Mythical Goddess Art. This particular painting is called Morgan le Fay. It is perfect. Another thing in this journal is a postcard that shows a witch's coven. And you can see there are 8 ladies seated around a table. They have witches' hats on. This card is from Pomegranate. I've had this card for a while and decided just to stick it into this journal. Here we have a pocket from a book page that was showing an x-ray, but of course it's a skeleton we're seeing. More stickers and little fabric pieces, more trim. Here's another part of a napkin from Sandra. Then we are here on the 31st, and the beautiful raven. This was also sent in Happy Mail in the past. Another beautiful flower for trim. This is a photograph that I came across when I was out thrifting, and it just shows an animal skull of some kind. Underneath here is part of a napkin from Sandra. You can see the bottle. It says toad skin. And then here is a poem from Harper's New Monthly Magazine, 1877. It is called Thereby Hangs a Tale, and it is written about a man who is on the ocean, and he's looking out over the water, and a mermaid appears and convinces him that the woman he's in love with is also a mermaid and a sister to the mermaid out on the water. And I thought it kind of carried on with the theme of how women are represented in literature, or how they used to be represented. It says that he fled from the place. The night shadows hid him and veiled his mad flight. He said he thought of his love, her beauty, her grace, and her sister, and then even faster he fled through the night. He said, I know she was gentle and tender and true. I know I must mourn her ever and aye. But marry a mermaid, I tell you, would you, could you be braver than I? So maybe he marries her, but it just makes both women seem deceptive and dangerous, and like the man has to be brave to go through with the marriage. This is a beautiful folder that Sandra sent in the Happy Mail. We've talked about different artists. John William Waterhouse is one. And here are some beautiful printouts that Sandra sent of a project and subject that she is working on. I love these so much. I think they're perfect to tuck into this journal. Sandra has written on the back of each one a little bit, her thoughts, what she's working on, a little bit about these different images. I'll tell you a little side note. I very first discovered John William Waterhouse when the children were young, and we had an art wall upstairs between 2 of the bedrooms because some of the children were homeschooled. And every month I would take an artist and print out 3 or 4 of his or her works of art and hang them on the wall with the name so that the children could just become familiar by sight with the different artists. I don't know how much they picked up from it, but I did learn a few things. So here we have the stick that I found, the feather. Here is a little Dollar Tree plaque that says Happy Halloween. I guess I will leave this in here. It'll be a surprise next year. Again, the vintage postcards I found while we were traveling and at the Outer Banks. I was working on my Halloween journal as we traveled, and I have to write down a few last things for this journal. I have some things to share, some things I want to talk about, and that will probably be the final thing I put into here, except maybe making sure that every page has trim. I think there might be just one or two that I still need to take care of. So that is all for now. Thank you so much for being here throughout October. I apologize for not getting on here every single day. My daughter has been involved in the wedding of a friend, and the wedding was an October event. So it has been broken into 3 different events to combine the whole celebration of the wedding. And I've watched my grandson for some of that. We did have our week away. I played a lot of catch up when we came back from that. There's just been a lot going on here. And I also didn't want this channel to feel like it was turning into just completely Halloween. A lot of people don't care for that. There's a lot of content on here. I hope you can find something that you like. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't already, and click for notifications so that you will be notified when I have a new video. Bye for now.